What is going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a great day. Today we are back here in Madden 26 franchise mode, and today we are starting off a brand new fantasy draft franchise series. And so before we hop into this draft, you guys might be able to notice we are using the Colts as our team for this season. I used the same team last year and I ended up getting the #1 overall pick. So hopefully that happens again. But we also do have head coach Trevor Lawrence, no relation to the actual player, just in case we end up drafting him. And for those wondering, I picked Development Wizard archetype, which looking back at it, I probably should have done offensive archetype, but I mean, who really cares? We're going to hop into this draft. So with that being said, we will hop into this draft and see what pick we end up getting. Like I said, last year we got pick 1. This year we get pick 17. So a lot of quarterbacks are off the board. It's literally been all quarterbacks, actually. Yeah, literally every single pick has been a quarterback so far. Joe Burrow went pick 1. Josh Allen 2, Drake May pick 3, and Stafford ends up going back to the Rams at pick 7. So I'm guessing all the quarterbacks that I would have taken aren't going to be, Caleb Williams is here. That is an interesting option. Trevor Lawrence, of course, is here. No relation to the head coach, though. Two completely different people. We could go Jamar Chase. We could go Myles Garrett, Jahmyr Gibbs, Micah Parsons. Penei Sewell are all good options here. Christian Gonzalez, Puka Nacua. I am leaning towards getting Caleb Williams, though, because if I do not take him, our quarterback is likely going to be Aaron Rodgers, because I don't think he'll get taken first round. Maybe a guy like CJ Stroud makes it to round 2 just because he's a 77 overall. I mean, there is also the chance Phillip Rivers falls to round 2. That could happen. I can't say I would be very ecstatic to get him, though. I also just took a second look at this. It says we have pick 17, but we actually have pick 13. So I have no idea why it says that. And yeah, it says it right there too. I have no idea why it's backwards. But yeah, I think I am going to go with Caleb Williams. I think going quarterback in round 1 is probably the right decision. So yeah, Caleb Williams here in round 1, 85 overall, 23. He has star dev. He started the year with Superstar X Factor, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess he got knocked down. But yeah, Caleb Williams here in round 1. He is going to be our pick. And let's just see, out of curiosity here in round 2, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback. Bryce Young is here though, CJ Stroud, Jackson Dart. I would have been content with getting any of those guys. I mean, even Daniel Jones, he's not that old. I mean, he's 28 with normal dev, so maybe I would have taken someone else. But yeah, I'd say I'm pretty happy with taking Caleb Williams in round 1. And here in round 2, there is still plenty of solid options available. Bijan is here. That is definitely an option for us here in round 2. I might end up going Bijan. Actually, instead here in round 2, we are going to add to our secondary instead of going with an offensive player. Devin Witherspoon here in round 2. Welcome to the Indianapolis Colts. We're on to round 3 now. We'll see who the highest rated player. Jonathan Taylor's here. How old is Jonathan Taylor? He's only 26 and he has Superstar X Factor. He might actually be my pick here. Typically, I do wait on running backs in fantasy drafts, but 97 overall in round 3, it seems too good to pass up. I'll have to look around first though. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. He's the 3rd best player on the board. We're going to keep Jonathan Taylor here in Indianapolis with our round 3 pick. He's just way too good to pass up. 26 with Superstar X Factor. That's insane. 94 speed, 94 excel, 96 break tackle. Yeah, he's going to be insane. And now here in round 4, we are going to start building out this defensive line. Milton Williams off of the Patriots here in round 4 is going to be our selection. And in round 5, Aaron Rodgers, Jackson Dart, and surprisingly Phillip Rivers are all still here, so those are pretty good options. But instead of taking one of those 3, we are going to add a wide receiver to the team. Chris Olave, 87 overall, is still sitting here. He's 25 with star dev. We're going to take Chris Olave here, 93 speed, 95 excel. Chris Olave, welcome to this offense. And now for these next couple rounds, I think I'm going to really focus on building out this defense because I only have 2 players on this defense, and the offense, I would say, for the most part, we're good. We have a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver 1. Of course, we do still need an offensive line. You know, that's kind of important, and a tight end. But for now, I would say we can focus on building out this defense. So we'll take Khalil Mack here in round 6. I know he is pretty ancient. Yeah, he's 34. He'll still be really good for this first season, so I'm willing to take him. But I do see Mr. Jalen Walker, the rookie off of the Falcons here. Hidden dev, 21 years old, 79 overall in round 7. I feel like this is great value. And now in round 8, we are going to add another rookie to this team, Nick Emanwari, 21 years old, hidden development here in round 8. And now here in round 9, we're going to keep Grover Stewart here on the Colts. He's the highest rated defensive tackle available, and we still need one. So Grover Stewart, welcome to the team. And as a Vikings fan, I kind of have to do this. Harrison Smith has just been sitting there, 87 overall, and we do still need another safety. So we're going to grab Harrison Smith in round 10. I know he is ancient, kind of like a couple other players on this defense, but I have to do it. I'm a Vikings fan. I love Harrison Smith, so we're going to add him in round 10. So you know what? Here in round 11, we'll take our first linebacker, Bobby Wagner, 92 overall. He's 35, so he's another pretty old player to this team, but a 92 overall for a season, I'm willing to do that. So Bobby Wagner here in round, what was that, round 11? Yeah, round 11. Welcome to the team. And now here in round 12, I would say we add another corner to this team before we start working out on the offense again. So I mean, as a Vikings fan, I took Harrison Smith. So as a Vikings fan, I'm going to take Isaiah Rodgers. He has 95 speed. I didn't even know about that. Wow, okay. Well, Isaiah Rodgers, we are glad to add you here in round 12. And now for round 13, I would say this is probably about time we add a tight end, TJ Hawkinson. Another Viking. Do I add him though? I mean, it is pretty tempting to add him. However, Harold Fannin, 80 overall, just a little bit behind TJ Hawkinson. His development is normal though, which is very unfortunate. I thought he would at least have star. But Kyle Pitts is 24 with star dev, and I also saw he has 90 speed, which for a tight end, 90 speed is ridiculous. So instead we're going to pivot. We'll go Kyle Pitts here, and I promise I will actually utilize him in our offense. I throw to the tight end a lot, so Kyle Pitts should get a good deal of targets here. So now here in round 14, do I add another linebacker? I mean, Levante David is just sitting there. I think instead we're going to add a piece to our offensive line, and for some reason this glitch is still in the game. I'm pretty sure this was a thing in Madden 25 too. So the fact that this still isn't fixed is insane, but we'll just sort by player age, and we can see Kevin Zeitler, 89 overall, is the highest rated offensive lineman still on the board. So we will add our first offensive lineman here in round 14, Kevin Zeitler. Again, he's another player that's pretty old, but 89 overall for a season, we'll take that. And here for round 15, I think it's probably time we add another linebacker to this team, Quay Walker. I saw he has 88 speed, and he's also 25 with star dev, so I feel like he'll be a great user linebacker for this team. Quay Walker in round 15, welcome to the team. And I see Keishon Boutte, or Booty, I honestly don't know how you pronounce it, but I see he's still available here in round 16. He's 23, unfortunately he does have normal dev. However, 91 speed, 90 excel. We will be adding him to the offense here in round 16. And now going into round 17, I'm probably going to end up going to round like 25. Maybe a couple rounds later than that, we'll just have to see. But here in round 17, the offensive linemen are really getting taken. So we're going to join in on that, and we're going to take 83 overall Morgan Moses, 34 years old, here in round 17. And here for round 18, we're going to take Trent Brown and then move him over to left tackle, because currently Orlando Brown, he's a 76, so we're just going to take Trent Brown and move him to left tackle after this draft. Also, I should mention we will be playing our week 1 game after this draft, just in case any of you guys might have been wondering about that. But here in round 19, the highest rated offensive lineman, I believe, oh, it's actually a tie, but we're going to take the center anyways. Coleman Shelton, 30 years old, normal dev, even though I guess his dev trait doesn't really matter. 78 overall center, we will be adding him to the team here. But here in round 20, we'll add Shaq Mason to the team, and we'll move him to left guard after the draft. And I believe that completes our offensive, yeah, it does. Okay, so our offensive line is done. We have 2 wide receivers, a tight end, quarterback. Is Phillip Rivers still here? He is. So if we needed a backup, we could get him. But here in round 21, we could add another cornerback to the room. And I see Garrett Williams. How old is Garrett Williams? He's 24. normal dev. But here in round 21, we will add our third corner to this team, Garrett Williams. So now here in round 22, we don't really need any positions, to be quite frank. Like, for the most part, we've drafted every starter we need. I guess we do still need a wide receiver and a backup tight end and one more linebacker. I guess we could go and do that. I see Jalen Naylor here. I think we'll add him here to be our third wide receiver. He can also be a kick returner too. And you know, as I've said, I'm a Vikings fan, so yeah, Jalen Naylor in round, what was that, round 22, welcome to the team. So now in round 23, we do need another linebacker, so we'll go and do that. There's like no linebackers here, wow. I think we'll go with Denzel Perryman because he is the highest rated linebacker that's still on the board. So yeah, Denzel Perryman in round 23. Now in round 24, do I go kicker? Nick Folk, Brandon Aubrey, Will Reichard, best kicker in the league, we're adding him here. Him being an 82 overall is crazy to me. He should be a lot higher overall than that. And then I guess we go fullback in round 25, Kyle Juszczyk, he's still on the board, 88 overall. CJ Ham, again, another Vikings player, having an incredibly low rating. He should be at least an 80 overall, like 100%. But we're going to go Kyle Juszczyk here, 88 overall. How old is he? He's 34? Oh my gosh, I didn't know he was that old. Oh my gosh, but he also does have superstar, so he'll have some abilities. That's interesting for a fullback. I have no idea what fullback abilities could be, but we'll add him here. And in round 26, I guess we'll pick up a backup tight end because I do utilize a backup tight end. AJ Barner, how old is he? He's 23, so I guess no questions about it. 78 speed though. That's less than ideal, but I mean, he's 23, he'll develop. AJ Barner, welcome to the team. And Jimmy Ward, 81 overall, is the highest rated player on the board. We could use some secondary depth, so Jimmy Ward in round 27, welcome to the team. And in round 29, we're going to add our long snapper, Andrew DePaula. Even though I don't think long snapper matters at all. He's 38, I didn't even realize he was that old, wow. But yeah, I don't really know how much long snapper matters in Madden. I have no idea if the rating has any effect on anything, but I mean, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, round 29, I really don't have any positions that we need to take. I think we're pretty good on every position. So with that being said, oh, Phillip Rivers got taken. Dang it, man, that was my next pick. But yeah, I mean, there's really no positions we need to take, I think. With that being said, I think we can go ahead and just advance on to the end of the draft and check out what this team is looking like. And alright, this is what the team is looking like. I did forget to draft a punter, so I traded a couple of random guys for J.K. Scott, so we have J.K. Scott now. But yeah, the team is an 85 overall, 84 offense, 87 overall defense. But yeah, this is what the offense is looking like. We have a very old offensive line. Very old. I don't think we have a single offensive lineman that's under 30 years old. Or is Coleman? No, he is exactly 30. So yeah, our offensive line is pretty old. Shaq Mason is supposed to be starting at left guard, so I'll move him over really quick. And that actually brings our offense up to an 85 overall, so that's solid. And also, I think I am going to stick with the Colts offense and defensive playbooks, so if I need to adjust it, I'll do that, but otherwise we're using the Colts one for now. But yeah, this is what the offense is looking like. Caleb Williams, of course, at quarterback. Hopefully he can develop pretty well. I think we'll be running the ball with Jonathan Taylor a lot, 97 overall. But yeah, we're definitely going to put an emphasis on getting him the ball as much as we possibly can. And of course, Kyle Juszczyk, we can include him in the offense as well. But yeah, now we'll check out the 87 overall defense. So the defense looks great. Of course, we do have some older guys like Khalil Mack, Grover Stewart, Bobby Wagner, Harrison Smith, which is part of the reason I took a lot of depth. So like BJ Ujulari, for example, maybe he'll develop a little bit over the season, and then next year maybe he's in a good spot to replace Khalil Mack. Maybe, possibly, we'll see. Also, one thing I should mention, I didn't realize this before starting the franchise, but the real life draft picks transferred over into this, so we don't have a first round pick. Yeah, despite the league getting reset and everything, we don't have a first round pick, which is unfortunate, but I mean, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. We can work it out. I think that'll hurt more in terms of trading rather than actually drafting players. But anyways though, looking at the 87 overall defense, of course we got guys like Jalen Walker, Nick Emanwari, both with hidden development. I hope we'll see some pretty good development out of them this season. Also, Denzel Perryman is supposed to start at strong side, so we'll change that really quick. And that actually gets our defense up to an 88 overall. So that's solid. But yeah, this is what the team is looking like. We're an 86 overall in total. We were an 85 like 20 seconds ago. Of course, can't forget special teams. Will Riker, J.K. Scott, who we just traded for. Andrew DePaula in at long snapper, and Jalen Naylor returning kicks. Isaiah Rogers returning punts. So yeah, I don't really think there's too much to go over. I mean, you guys saw the draft like a couple minutes ago. So yeah, I think that covers everything. I think we can go ahead and jump right into our week 1 game and see if we can start off 1-0. Also, I should mention all games in the series will be played on arcade mode, mostly because this is more like a laid back type thing. On my Raiders franchise, I do play on sim, so if you're interested, feel free to check that out. But yeah, with all that being said, I think we can go ahead and hop right into our week 1 game. We're taking on the Miami Dolphins here. So they have Jahmyr Gibbs, George Kittle, and Nick Bosa, so that's a very solid top 3. All in the high 90s. And the quarterback for this Dolphins team is actually Tua. So he stays put here in this fantasy draft. And I'll just do a quick little rundown of the roster so you guys can see before we actually get started with this game. So yeah, this is what the new look Miami Dolphins is looking like. And I think without further ado, we can stop the yapping. And we'll go ahead and hop into our first game here of this fantasy draft franchise series. And there we go. We got former head coach Jeff Saturday pounding the anvil. And we got the mascot doing some dances there on the field, hyping up the crowd. Here we go. We got Caleb Williams leading the team out. And there's head coach Trevor Lawrence coaching the team up. We got the team already last season 8-9. This season 17-0. That's the goal. 8-minute quarters, we're going to start with the ball. I typically do prefer to kick off. And we got Jalen Naylor back deep, returning this kick. See if we can find a crease. Oh, he's still on his feet. Okay, there was kind of a crease there. But, you know, is what it is. We got Caleb Williams, though. Career stats, 3.5 thousand yards, 20 touchdowns, 62 completion percentage. And we are going to set the tone early. Hand off to Jonathan Taylor right up the middle. First play of the game. Ton of space here, and Jonathan Taylor will get us to the 49-yard line, 14 yards on the first play of the game. And we're going to go right back to him here on 1st and 10 from the 49. We're going to snap this ball, give it to Jonathan Taylor, and again, a ton of space for our running back, and he's still on his feet. He's going to get us a touchdown here on the second play of the game. Jonathan Taylor is going to get us into the end zone, hit the gritty. If he plays like this all season, he might actually win MVP. That was a great set of plays there, and Jonathan Taylor gets us our first touchdown of the season, and all it took was 2 plays. So we'll kick this extra point here and make this game 7-0. So yeah, 2 plays, 65 yards, less than a minute on our first drive of this season. I have no idea why it shows the box things on the field, even though this is all Madden. I guess maybe because it's on arcade mode, but yeah, second play of the game, we're going to see some play action here. We're on Bobby Wagner, and George Kittle will get a catch. It'll be 3rd and 5 for this Dolphins team. We'll see what Tua has here on 3rd down. We're going to cover this check down. He's going to scrim. Oh, I left that open. Yeah, that's on me. So we have to make a goal line stand here. 1st and 10 for this Dolphins team. And Jahmyr Gibbs almost powered his way in. It'll be 2nd and 2 from the 2-yard line. I expect another run here on 2nd down, so we're going to pinch and see if they actually do it. Or yep, wrap them up, come on. It's 3rd down. They can still pick up a 1st down, but like they would be pretty much in the end zone at that point. So we'll see if we can get a stop here on 3rd down. And Tua, is he going to run? He's going to run right into Jalen Walker, who picks up his first sack of the season, or our first team sack of the season in general. And we got a team celebration in the backfield. It'll be 4th and 12. The Dolphins will have no choice but to trot out Daniel Carlson to kick this field goal. Well, it's time for our first 3rd down here of the entire season. I like Jalen Naylor here. I also like Kyle Pitts over the middle. Jalen Naylor kind of has some separation. Yeah, that was, maybe I should have lobbed that. Yeah, not a good series by me throwing the ball, but we're going to trot out J.K. Scott and punt this ball away. And another sack. Grover Stewart gets into the backfield, I believe. Yeah, I think that was Grover Stewart. So back-to-back plays with sacks here for this Colts defense. Get him, get him, get him. Oh, Tua's going to break. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Okay, so we get the recovery. I didn't see who made that recovery or knocked it. Oh, it was Milton Williams. Milton Williams recovers the fumble. I didn't see who forced it free, but great heads-up play there by our big defensive tackle. So let's see. Was it Grover? Yeah, I think that was Grover Stewart who forced the fumble. Milton Williams picks it up, gains like 3 yards, but we're in plus territory, 39-yard line. And it won't be reviewed, so it was a good fumble. And we're going to go back to old reliable here on this first play. Jonathan Taylor, a ton of space, and he will get us a first down. Oh, if he was able to break free, that was another touchdown. But 4 rushes for 81 yards already for Jonathan Taylor. I do like Chris Olave. I'll put Jonathan Taylor on a wheel route. Maybe that gets open, we'll see. Chris Olave, oh yeah, Chris Olave. Great move. And it will be Caleb Williams' first passing touchdown of the season as Chris Olave brings in the catch. That was a great release. We got to see a replay of that. So just comes up, gives the double move, corner, bit, wide open, great throw, great catch. Yeah, that was a great play by Chris Olave. And we score our second touchdown of the game, and we will trot out Will Reichard, best kicker in the league, to kick another PAT. I don't know why that kicker thing is there instead of like the other one. I prefer the other one, so I'll have to see if I'm able to switch it. Well, the Dolphins offense has first and goal here from the 8-yard line as we are approaching 3 minutes to go. I believe, yeah, it'll be, oh, that was some trickery there. Oh, another fumble, and Grover Stewart picks it up. Oh, run it back. Come on, come on. Is he gonna get caught? Oh, okay, he gets caught. Oh, that would have been such a great touchdown. But yeah, Grover Stewart with the recovery. He had the forced fumble on the last drive. I didn't see who forced the fumble this time. It was that Isaiah Rodgers? Yeah, number 2. I think that was Isaiah Rodgers forces the fumble. Grover Stewart, he was rumbling. Didn't make it to the end zone, unfortunately. But 2 turnovers on 2 drives, and we have the ball on the 33-yard line. We'll hand this ball off to Jonathan Taylor and see what he can get going. And, oh, he breaks free. Gets us to the 20. Jalen Naylor's open. We're going to him, and he fights his way into the end zone. 2 plays, another 2-play drive for a touchdown. Jalen Naylor hits the gritty. Every single player that's scored for us has hit the gritty. Oh, I might have missed this. Yeah, that's why I prefer the other one. I do a lot better with that one than this one. So yeah, I don't know why it switched. Like, I never turned this one on, but I'll have to look at the settings after this, I guess. But yeah, 2 minutes 16 seconds to go in this first half, and we have a big lead, 17 points. Well, it's 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line here. The Dolphins are looking for their first touchdown of the game. We had George Kittle wide open. Tua's gonna run. Harrison Smith was ready. We'll see if we can make the goal line stand here on the 7-yard line. And Tua's going to run again, but Grover Stewart is there. And that's going to count as a sack. I think he might have lost a yard. Or no, 2 yards because they were on the 7. So now 3rd and 7 from the 9-yard line. We'll see if we can stop this Dolphins offense from scoring. Play action. Jahmyr Gibbs is open, and we get another sack. Grover Stewart with 3 sacks on the game. And we're going to call a timeout, actually. Save a little bit of clock as the Dolphins will trot out their field goal unit. So we'll have about 23 seconds here if there's a touchback to see if we can add a field goal to our score. We're going to have to return this. But our returns have been pretty good this game. This one was not, though. 26-yard line. I like Booty over the middle here. Chris Olave deep. We'll see if we can pick up a chunk play. We're going to Kayshawn here. And we'll call our first, oh, not our first timeout, our second timeout, as there's 14 seconds to go. I like this play a little bit better. Ideally, we could get Kyle Pitts on this play, and that way we could get out of bounds, save a timeout, but we'll see. Maybe Jalen Naylor breaks free. Yeah, we'll go to him. Great throw by Caleb Williams. We'll call timeout. We're on the 37-yard line. We can kick a field goal from here. I would like us to get a little bit closer, though. I'll put Jonathan Taylor and Booty on out routes. We'll go to Jonathan Taylor. There's no one. So, yeah, they're going to play far off again, so we'll go Jonathan Taylor out route again. If it'll let me throw the ball. Okay, that would have been nice if I could have thrown the ball when I held X. But, yeah, we'll kick the field goal. This should be routine. It's Will Reichard, best kicker in the league. We'll line this up. I think that's lined up. We'll see. We'll kick this one here. Should be good. Does it have the distance? It does. There we go. 23-6 as we head into our first halftime of the season. But halftime report, we'll see what is going on around the league. We'll see some of the players that are on different teams. Chiefs-Chargers, divisional matchup here in week 1. The Chiefs have, is that Baker Mayfield, number 6? No idea. Throwing it to... Oh, they have Tyler Shuck. Okay, wow, what a catch, though. Is that Tyler Lockett? Wow, he's getting up there. Chargers have Bo Nix, though. That's interesting. But yeah, great play. I think that was Tyler Lockett, if I read the name correctly. We got Cowboys-Eagles, another divisional matchup here in week 1. We'll see. And it's going to be play action, or no, not play action. Is that Josh Jacobs, number 28, breaking free? Drake May on the Cowboys, Brock Purdy on the Eagles. Who is number 28? I guess we don't get to see. I thought it was Josh Jacobs. I didn't see the name, so I guess we'll never know. I guess we can check after the game. But Panthers, Jaguars here. The Jaguars, is that Lamar Jackson? I think that is. Checking it down to number 84. Yeah, it is Lamar Jackson. Panthers have Aaron Rodgers, Sterling Shepard. Breaking free, gets into the end zone there as the Jaguars are leading 24-21 at halftime. But yeah, scores around the league here, 31-23, I think, for the Chargers-Chiefs game. I didn't realize the score was that high when it showed those highlights. But yeah, here for halftime stats, I don't know why it shows like their wide receiver 1 stats, because George Kittle has a couple receptions. I think he has the most yards for them. Like, it would make sense for them to show their leading receiver stats instead of just their wide receiver 1 stats. I feel like that would make a lot more sense. But yeah, 1st and 10 here for this Dolphins team. Oh, wow. I should have been there. Yeah. I should have been there 100%. Great angle, though, by Harrison Smith. As you could see, he stopped mid-running there. I don't think he would have got there anyways, but Christian Watson gets the catch, scores a touchdown. Yeah, that's on me. I took my guy out of the zone. Shouldn't have done that. Jonathan Taylor's open. Oh, that was a touchdown. Oh, that was for sure a touchdown. Well, 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. We're putting the ball in the air. I could have probably thrown that to Jalen Naylor. We're going to run. Caleb Williams. Oh, the defense just let us go, and we score yet another touchdown. Well, it's 3rd and 8 here. The Dolphins will come out and empty, see what they got going on. Tua has all day to throw, and he's going to throw it away on 3rd down. I mean, I know the pressure got there, but I'm not sure about that decision, especially when you're losing in the 3rd quarter. That's interesting. But yeah, they'll punt. Wow. 37-yard line. That was a horrible punt. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Jonathan Taylor, he's been great. He also has a touchdown on the day. Well, it's 4th and 2 from the 45-yard line. We're going to keep the offense out there, though. I think we are very capable of picking up 2 yards, and I think there's plenty of space here. We should be able to do it. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, the Dolphins linebacker just powered through my offensive lineman. I did not see that one coming, and we turn the ball over. Oh, Bobby Wagner with the user lurk. We get the ball right back after turning the ball over on downs. Bobby Wagner with our first interception of the game, our 3rd forced turnover, though. And we have the ball here on the 36-yard line. You know what? We're going to hand the ball off to Jonathan Taylor. We'll get our guy the ball, and he's going to get us another 1st down. He's going to break free. Oh, imagine he scored another touchdown there. Oh, Jalen Naylor spins, gets us into the end zone on 3rd and 10 from what was that, like the 40-yard line? Jalen Naylor shows off the speed. Caleb Williams throws it down to him. Also, the rack ability. That was a great move. I thought he was going to be down at like the 2, maybe the 3. But no, he breaks free and gets us into the end zone. Yeah, a great broken tackle. Kind of runs into Chris Olave there, but gets into the end zone. And we score another touchdown. This game is shaping out to be a blowout here in week 1. They're going to come out in strong, though. We're going to blitz against this. Bring Harrison Smith close to the line. I'm going full send at the running back. And, oh, wow. Okay, I did not see that one coming. I thought it was going to be a stretch play. But yeah, they pick up the first down on the fullback dive. Well, the Dolphins are in a 3rd and 18 situation. This is 4-down territory. I was not on the guy I wanted to. Grover Stewart is in pass coverage. Isaiah Rodgers. Okay, Christian Watson has just played amazing this game. And he gets the catch there, 4th and 4. I probably should have rushed the passer with Grover Stewart on that play. Probably would have made more sense, but yeah, they're going to send some motion here on 4th and 4. We'll see if we can get the stop. Some play action. Tua, is he going to run? No, he's going to throw. And who else but Christian Watson? Getting yet another touchdown catch, and the Dolphins will go for 2. So I don't think this will be a run. It won't. They're going to put the ball in the air. And I should have been on that. Yeah, that one was on me, and it's not going to make that much of a difference, though. They're not going to onside kick it, though. Interesting. It is just a 2-possession game, though, so I do need to be cautious with the football. So now the first play after the 2-minute warning, 3rd and 8. If we pick up a first down, this game is over. So I like Kyle Pitts over the middle here. And he's covered. We're going to throw it to him anyways. That should have been picked. I have no idea how that's not picked. I am on all Madden. So, again, really no idea how that's not picked. But we keep the ball. We're going to keep the offense out on the field. Even though, I mean, it's 4th and 8, we could make this a 3-possession game. We're going to keep the offense on the field. We'll see if we can pick up this first down. Jalen Naylor. And the ball gets swatted. So the Dolphins are down 2 possessions. They have the ball on the 26-yard line. We'll see what Tua has up his sleeve here for first down. And, oh my gosh, what is that coverage? Okay, George Kittle just got a huge gain there. I have no idea what type of coverage that was. So I'm pretty sure Nick Emanwari was manned up on him, and yeah, he just runs into his own guy, and the tight end was faster than the safety for some reason. That's new to me. But yeah, the Dolphins are going to spike it here, I think. Oh no, they're not. Oh gosh, okay, they're not. I should probably audible. I tried switching the coverage. Oh, what are we? We have nobody over there. What in the world? And of course, it's Christian Watson again. What in the world was that? I tried switching the coverage. Who was over there? Okay, so Isaiah Rodgers should be in that zone. What in the world? So this is as Tua is throwing the ball. Isaiah Rodgers runs forward. I didn't even switch onto him at that point. Okay, well, that's an interesting sequence there. The Dolphins score, and they have a chance of making this a 1-possession game with this 2-point conversion here. So we got to stop them. It's going to be... Oh, great hit in the backfield, though. Or not the backfield, the back of the end zone by Devin Witherspoon. They will onside kick here. So if we recover this, that'll be game, and we'll go over stats and everything like that. So it'll be caught by Isaiah Rodgers, jumps in the air, catches it. And that will do it for week 1. We will start this season 1-0. And we'll check out stats really quick. And alright, just looking at stats here, Tua just under 400 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for him. Yeah, Tua did play pretty good this game, 22 of 26, and he's a 75 overall. So if we're facing quarterbacks that are in like the 90 overalls, this could look a lot worse. But yeah, Caleb Williams, 11 of 20, 190 yards, 3 touchdowns for him. Jonathan Taylor, 171, 19 rushes, 1 touchdown. We have to try and get him MVP. Like, if we have a game like this every week for him, maybe a couple more touchdowns, he could win MVP. But receiving, Christian Watson, man, he just went off. He went off against us, so did George Kittle. Jalen Naylor, though, 4 for 94, 2 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor, 4 for 59. Chris Olave had a touchdown. Kayshon Boutte, Dante Thornton, both had 1 catch for us. So Grover Stewart, he had a great game, 3 sacks. Ashawn Robinson had 1, and Jalen Walker also had 1. Grover Stewart also had the forced fumble and fumble recovery where he took for 52 yards. Oh my gosh. But of course, Bobby Wagner had that interception. Who had the other forced fumbles? Isaiah Rodgers, and then Milton Williams had the recovery on that one. So yeah, overall, pretty good game. I mean, we dominated this game. Could have been a little bit better. I mean, I guess we did have some bad moments this game. Not scoring in the fourth quarter, that's not ideal. But overall though, I would say for week 1, this was a pretty good game. And yeah, with that being said, that is going to be the end of episode number 1 here of the Fantasy Draft franchise series. If you enjoyed this one, I do have a ton of other Madden content up on my channel, so feel free to check that out if you are interested. But yeah, that is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching all the way through. I really appreciate that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I will see y'all next time.